It was one of those long, blurry nights. The kind that starts with a few drinks and somehow snowballs into something cosmic. You'd been drinking, way too much to be honest. And the night wound its way to your friend's girlfriend's apartment. She lived in one of those faux Italian village-style complexes, like her dad just picked it out of a catalog. You wandered out to the patio for some air. That's when you found yourself next to Nolan, a kid you hadn't seen in a while. He was sitting there, hitting what looked like a regular weed pen. But when he noticed you watching, he grinned and said, "You want some DMT?" Your first instinct was no. This wasn't part of the plan. But then he said, "It'll change your life." And that sentence hit differently. You thought about your life, how good it's been, how lucky you felt. And strangely, you felt okay with the risk. If it all went sideways and landed you in a psych ward, so be it. You glanced over at your best friend, who looked at you with disbelief. "You're really going to do this?" "Yeah," you said, heart racing. "I think so." He hesitated, then reminded you of your old pact, that you do it together. "You want to?" you asked. "No," he replied, not unkindly. "Just honest." So it was just you. Nolan handed you the pen. "4 hits," he said. "But you're not going to want to take the 4th. Trust me." The first hit was fine, a bit harsh, but manageable. The second, your body started buzzing. Things began to shift, to melt. By the third hit, the world was moving like a lava lamp. Surfaces breathed, colors deepened. You were sliding. And then, the 4th. You hesitated. Now you understood what he meant. But you went for it anyway. You took the hit, exhaled, and suddenly, your body was just a reference point you didn't need anymore. You were sucked out of yourself, your soul peeling away like paper in the wind. Nolan's voice cut through. "Shh, shh, shh, shh." His shushing echoed endlessly, reverberating through what felt like a tunnel made of purple and green spirals. You weren't falling, you were being launched. A presence, vague but powerful, stayed behind. It felt like leaving a father figure. You weren't even you anymore. No body, no face, just a spark. And in that moment, you were a sperm. Just this strange little consciousness, racing towards something, searching. "Where's the egg? Where's my mom? Where's my mom?" It wasn't a thought so much as a deep, primal pull. Then, snap. You opened your eyes and shot upright on the couch. Everything was flickering, glitching like a video buffering between realities. "Am I back? Am I back?" you repeated, panicked. Your friends were nodding. "Yeah, you're back. It's only been 30 seconds. Only 30 seconds? You sat there, eyes wide, body trembling. The fake Italian architecture looked like it was melting. You cried, hard, a deep, cathartic sobbing that came from a place that you didn't even know existed inside you. You were scared you might lose control, piss yourself, shit yourself. But also, somehow, you were okay. Nolan held you. "You're coming out of it," he whispered gently. And through the tears, you muttered something strange. "I was dead for months. I was dead for months." But it passed. And eventually, you got home, exhausted and terrified to sleep. You were sure you'd never be the same again. But morning came. The sun peeked through the blinds. Birds chirped outside. You opened your eyes and thought, "Yes, I'm still me." Later you realized why it mattered, why that trip dug so deep. You remembered being 10 years old, your family singing "Happy Birthday," and your mom saying with a smile, "You'll never be a single digit again." Something about that stuck with you. The first crack of existential dread. The awareness that time only moves forward, that life doesn't loop, it ends. But after DMT, you knew something different. That somewhere, somehow, you're still 9, still 6, still 90 and dying, and alive, all at once. You felt it in your bones. Time isn't a line, it's a spiral. You're not just you. You're part of something bigger, and that's okay.